Today, I am revealing organizing secrets I've never shared that change the game. Welcome back to Do It on a Dime. I am no stranger to organizing videos on this channel. One of my favorite things is to go into people's spaces and see how we can uncover organizing solutions that work for them. Even spaces that seem impossible to tackle on a budget, I think those are my favorite. You guys have been asking for more motivating videos like this, and I absolutely love to bring you more before and after makeovers, especially for overwhelming spaces. And today I'm tackling a giant walk-in food storage pantry. This is at Ronald McDonald House here in Charlotte, North Carolina. These organizing tricks apply to anywhere you're organizing, from the secret bins I have never talked about before to tips and tricks that I think will help change your mindset. There's a lot that needs to happen here, so if you're feeling overwhelmed, I wanted this video to motivate you. So be sure to stick around. I've got lots of that coming. So I have the privilege of sitting here with Kristen Young, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself and what she does for Ronald McDonald House.
I am the Chief Advancement Officer for Ronald McDonald House Charities of Greater Charlotte.
For somebody who has no idea, they've never been here, they've never even heard of you, what would you tell them?
Ronald McDonald House provides those comforts and cares that when people are away from home, when they're caring for a loved one, a child that's in the hospital that could either have an illness, an injury, and that they're being treated for a long period of time, we're their home away from home. So we're there to treat the entire family in this home until their loved one is better and that they get to go back to their own home. The kitchen is one of the busiest places in our home, like your own home. Where does everybody congregate when they come to your house for a party or a gathering? They're in the kitchen. And so we have volunteers 7 days a week, 365 days a year, making a meal every day for dinner, cooking breakfast. And then even our families, we're like, use this home as it is your home. You go in there, you make a meal, you get a snack. We are touching lives all over the world. Ronald McDonald House is there to provide that respite, that comforting home, that comforting bed, the hot meal to families who really just need to concentrate on the care of their loved one.
If it gets too dark, I'll be your light.
It is a really busy morning. There's a lot going on. We've got a cookie crew in there making cookies for the families, and we are gonna get started. I wanna make this super fast and easy. So we've got this cart here, and we're gonna clear everything off the shelves to get some organizing systems in place. I've got some tricks I think you're really gonna like. And the first are these giant organizers from Walmart. They're from the Mainstays line, and nobody is talking about these, but holy bananas, they're only $5.78, perfect for deep pantries. 15 by 10 by 9.5. And they're clear. So if you have a lot of people using a space, you can see exactly what is inside. My next secret is rectangular bins that maximize your space with a low profile in the front. This makes it really easy to grab items and it keeps it organized. I also love these can rack organizers. They triple your space in your pantry. And how much are they? Less than $25. These 3 items are game changers. What else is a game changer? Allowing a space's problems to tell you the solutions. Items were falling to the back. It was hard to tell what was expired. And some products were like collapsing towers. So we aimed for visibility, freshness, and easy containment. I'm a firm believer that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Meaning if there's a problem in a space, that means a solution exists. And I repeat, you are not a failure. Just because you tried an organizing system and it didn't work, doesn't mean that there isn't something that will in the space. It just means you might need to try something new. And good news, it's usually pretty simple. Lots of people working here said they never really made big changes. They just kind of kept things the way that they'd always been, but we did simple things like change some shelves around. And then remember those secret organizers? I laid them in like an outline so I could see the type of organizing systems we wanted to put into place. These turntables are so awesome. It allows you to see things all the way to the back, and that way we could check for the food that was expired and we could get rid of it. Then putting the items back, I asked myself, are they visible? Is it easy to tell if things are fresh? And are they contained in a way that isn't going to fall over? And by the way, these containers on the floor are from the Dollar Tree. Did you know they had those there now? And I always organize with the end goal in mind. Start from the finish line and work your way backwards. Think about how people are going to take items out of the space, not how you are putting them into the space. The good news for us is there were lots of frequent flyers, items that are donated pretty consistently, so we knew we could put them and give them a proper home in the pantry that was easy to get to. You want this to be something that is so easy to access and it's easier to use than it is to not use. Fixing Zone 2 definitely needed some extra positivity. They had some organization in place, but it did not work. You couldn't see what was in this space. I can take things out in little chunks and we can see what we have right on this cart and we can organize it one step at a time. This is one of those infomercial items.
I have seen these.
Yeah, and I think in a cabinet with like walls on it, it would work okay, but this is such a big space. One thing I also love is to work with people that I love and who bring me joy. Maybe if you're organizing at home, give somebody a call, check in on a friend. It's so beautiful what community can do to help inspire us to want to do better. Sometimes when we're alone or we're stuck in our own heads, it feels like there's so many obstacles in the way, but get somebody in your life that loves and cares about you, and it makes it so much easier to get it done. And you can give the same back to them. Ha ha!
I just want to be. Big chungus.
Big chungus.
Look at this thing, guys. It's like.
Leslie, we're running out of time. Is that good?
Yes.
It's basil though. This is that whole idea that self-care is beautiful, but it's really community care and helping one another that helps us move forward. Something else we really did in this space was listen. As we were working, people were coming in and using the pantry. It's okay. Hello, come on in if you want something. We could see what people needed and what we could do to be helpers. We were few but mighty, and yes, of course, we definitely took home homework that night to make sure we could get this done quickly. So usually these projects we end up doing over a couple of days' time, and we end up having some pretty late nights like tonight, printing labels, because this is what is going to make the space stay organized, especially with so many people using it. Anybody walking in at any time of the day who's never seen the kitchen can really easily keep it organized. Oh, that was so satisfying. Day 2 rolled around and we had to completely finish this project. And while the final space might not look that disorganized, the staff said this was one of their most troubled zones because there was no structure and it wasn't family friendly. I get lots of comments asking how I know what I'm gonna do in a space before I get there. The answer? I don't. So if you ever feel bogged down by an organizing project or it feels overwhelming if you're not sure where to start, I just want you to know you are totally normal. And most items you see here didn't end up staying this way. We had to think about how people were going to take items out of the space. Remember, working backwards is the most important thing. And with a little bit of reconfiguration, we got there.
Oh, Kathy. Oh my gosh. Take this down.
And put this in here, right? Then these go in here, right? There was so much excitement rolling into the final touches we were putting on the space, knowing all the people it would impact. You probably know somebody who has stayed at Ronald McDonald's house or used their services, or perhaps you have. It's incredible to hear the stories from people who are just so impacted by what you guys are doing. What would you recommend to somebody who says, wow, like I had no idea all that they were doing. I want to get involved in my town or city. What would you tell them?
Whether that's coming into the house or into our family room and volunteering your time, whether that's monetarily giving, writing a check, putting, coins or cash in your McDonald's, Happy Meals and what you're buying on the weekends at McDonald's, you can round up there. Or you could even donate goods. You're in our pantry all week this week, and so you saw how many applesauces and Glad bags and flour and sugar and everything that we need, because anything that you have in your own home, we need it, but on a 28 family scale. For instance, we have both an Amazon, a Target, a Walmart. So even if you can't even get directly to the house, you can buy those items right online and they'll ship directly to our house. When you're thinking about, I need to pick up an extra toilet wand, send us one too. There's so many ways to get involved and it goes so far.
What would you say is the biggest joy, like for you personally, in the role that you have? Like what inspires you to come to work every day?
Coming in and out of this house each and every day and seeing these families and knowing that they're going through, you know, a hard time, but then I can be there to make them a pizza, help them grab a cup of coffee, or even tell their stories of, you know, their struggles and how they got through one of the hardest times in their lives. We couldn't do it without, you know, this community support. We need about 350 volunteers per month to help run our programs. So there's something for everyone here at the house.
I would be remiss if I didn't use this giant platform to spread some light. You can text DIME to 91999 to give directly to Ronald McDonald House. No amount is too small. Please leave a comment below and share how this organization has touched you or anyone you know. Welcome to the Ronald McDonald House Pantry. I think this turned out amazing, and there's some secret systems that you can use at home too. This is a nice fungible system, so we can have one layer of chips, but also these bins move from side to side. If you have extra free space, even in an area like this, it's gonna help it stay organized. I love these can organizers so you can see everything that you have. And to make this system even simpler, every single shelf is labeled with the type of item that goes inside. We have maximized vertical space, and remember, the higher up your bins are, you want to have bins with a low front profile that allows you to reach in and really easily restock. And of course, down here we have more of these large bins, again, maximizing the space, and you can see everything. I also really like these giant bins on the floor. These are from the Dollar Tree. They're only $5. They're perfect for the juices. I'll be sure to link everything for you if you see something for your pantry that you want to include. This is the one thing that made Kristen so excited, is having this cup holder right on the wall. They had cups that were just sitting here right by the machine, and now this is mounted, and they have all of these cups donated from McDonald's. This section turned out incredible. It's so easy to see everything. And would you believe, we didn't even get rid of that much stuff. This is all of the same items, but now it's easy to see. These turntables are great and super inexpensive. Uniform containers allow us to take things down. People can put them back, and they're all the same size, so it's not getting mixed up. Again, we have those low profile containers here, and all of our oils down below. This is one of the most accessed areas of this pantry, especially these spice containers. So now you can take them out and see what you have. The simpler a system is to put away, the more likely it is to stay organized. Tons of people come in and bake cookies for guests who are staying here, so we wanted this to be super easy to see. Before, all of the sprinkles were just a mess and couldn't be found. All of this baking stuff, and again, these are all labeled with dates because this rotates out quickly. They had way too many excess coffee filters, so we're donating some to a school and keeping just what is used. Here behind me, if you're wondering what's behind the secret doors, these are lockers that are designated for each of the families, so they have their own space for pantry items. So this final section turned out incredible and is one of my favorites. I heard from so many people here that all of the plastic baggies and the saran wraps were getting all mixed up. So we decided to put them in designated bins. And friends, this took a long time. It was a lot of trial and error in figuring out how they're using the system. In spaces like this, I like to find the 3 items that are most accessed and put them in an easy to grab spot. We needed plates, cutlery, and bowls, really easy to grab for the families. And we have an extra overflow area. Make sure to account for items not only that you're going to be using in the space, but where are you keeping the excess when they come in. Those Walmart clear bins were awesome at the top.
Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. Look at the little crackers and the, oh my god, oh, and the little, wow, wow.
Yay, you guys can see everything.
This is awesome. This is exactly what we needed.
There are over 2 million of you on this channel. Imagine if everybody gave just $1, the difference that we could make. You can text this code to this number if you want to donate. I'm also going to put all of the resources in the description box below so you can give as you are able. It is such an honor to do this makeover for Ronald McDonald House Charity. My sweet friend, if nobody has told you today, you are worth it and you are enough. I'll catch you in the next video.
I'll be your light.
This is a lot of taco seasoning. Talk about it. Leave your best spice pun in the comments below.
Yes. I love that.
And upvote. Would you go comment and upvote the best one?
I will.
Okay.